420 things grow. 420 things grow in Ontario. Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to check on my camera, make sure everything's straight. Woo, it is. So what we got today here is, this is an unboxing, first looks. This is not going to be a review. Well, there's going to be a few points of the review part of it. It's not a full review, okay? So this is just, let's look at this before you buy this kind of thing, and what you need to know about this. And that being said, I do have a coupon code with AC Infinity. At the time of this video, on their website, it's 420 things, and you'll see there's a whole list of plethora of areas you can use my code, and sometimes it's a little bit different. So check the first pinned comment, check the description. It'll be there. Everything's there. So you've seen the description of this video, and you know what it is. It's the soil probes, right? Which is only usable with the AI controller. Now, the first part of this is the AI controller only has two, at the time of this video, two, did it stop recording? No, it's recording. Sensor plugs. Only two sensor plugs. What I did here is I went through and I'm like, all right, I'm going to buy a couple of them because I want to see how this thing works with the adapter, right? And what adapter is that, you say, you ask? Well, let's get into what I got in this box and you'll see what I got, okay? So, soil probe number 1, soil probe number 2. Unless you're doing a scrog and you only got one plant in your thing, you might need more than one soil probe. And what I bought here is this splitter hub, okay? This says expansive connectivity designed to add ports to your controller to extend programming to more devices. Additional splitter can create a 3-tier maximum chain of up to 40 devices. This adapter is part of the AC Infinity ecosystem where controllers devices that create an automated system. Various UIS devices such as fan, lights can connect to the same USI controller. So, my understanding, when I read on the website of this unit itself, is that it can only be used. You can't plug this in and put, you know, this into the controller and then go, I'm gonna put a light, a fan, a humidifier, and all that jazz. That's not what it was. It says you have to use the same thing. Well, that's why I grabbed one of these and I grabbed two of these, two of the same things, right? Well, that has come to the acknowledgement that, okay, well, in relation to this thing, this is new to me, first time I've gotten one of these splitters, you know, it sort of outlines the information of what you'd want to do with this and how you want to daisy chain it to get a lot more. But let's open this up, because there's something in here that we need to see. Okay, and this is your soil sensor quick start guide. Okay, a little fold out book like AC Infinity usually has, right? So it's there. And what happens is that this says, using the stem, okay? Well, whatever. You may use the stem to slowly funnel water deeper into the soil to make sure your stem when not in use. Okay, that's a cool option. So let's pull this out. But no, let's not pull that out. Let's get to the part that I wanted to make sure we got to in the first few minutes of this video, okay? Connect to your controller. Plug your sensor into the first sensor port if no other sensor ports are plugged in. So not two if one's not done. But what do you have in sensor 1? Well, what I have is the normal sensor now that goes inside the tent, the little metal tip, you know, cylindrical thing. That's what I have in my tent, and that is in port 1. So port 2, right now, I had the CO2 one. I did another video of that, but that was the two things I used. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll unplug the CO2 because I'm not ready for it. But then I would plug this one in the port 2. You may plug different sensors into one controller, but only one soil sensor can be used per controller. Wait, what? Let me read that again. You may plug different sensors into the controller, CO2, relative humidity and temperature, but only one soil sensor can be used per controller. Well, that's information you should know before you buy one of these. Because as of right now, today, what are we, March 3rd, 2025? That's all you can do. One, it's outlined in their documentation, okay? I didn't know that when I bought this, and that's why I bought this 4-port plug, because I was going to plug two of them into here and try both of them and see how to work that and try to incorporate that into watering systems, because I have some plugs, some USI plugs. I'm like, that's kind of cool. But you need to know this, and you need to know this before you buy it, so you know it. That being said, there was a comment on an Instagram post, which I'll probably bring up here right now, and you're probably seeing me scrolling through some Instagram posts on the AC Infinity on this soil sensor post on Instagram, where somebody was asking that question, and they said, as of right now, yeah, that's all you can do. We're coming up with something in the near future, or something to those lines. Don't quote me. It'll be on screen. You'll see it. So that being said, and that is, you know, if you go in, I'm going to go into the description. Look at my description. If I haven't updated this video, I'm going to update this as soon as this comes out. So look in the description. If you're looking at this and you go, oh no, I want to put 4 in my tent, look in the description. It'll be right near the top. It'll say, this unit can only plug into 1 at the time of the adapter at the time of filming this video. If I then take that out and it now says, great news, if you want to use more than 1 soil sensor, and there's a link to AC Infinity's website where that new thing is that will allow you to use, you know, more than 1, it'll be there, you'll see it. So while this is saying that now, that's at the time of recording this video, get over there and look at it. But if you want to use this right now, 1 and 1 only. Now, what does that mean? Well, you could probably use to plug it in, see what it is, unplug it, plug the other one in, see what it is, without having to remove the soil sensors. But that's not ideal, right? We want to be able to have the beauty of this app right on your phone and go, what does my number 1 plant look like? Oh, it's at, you know, X amount of percentage of you know, soil moisture. And what's number 2? Oh, that one's, man, that one has more. It's not growing as good. There's all that information you want, right? And the automation's great in the app because the AI controller is Wi-Fi, right? So I can look at this all across the United States, Canada, the world, right? I don't know why this thing keeps beeping. It's still recording, so that's good. But this is the quick first looks at this, guys. So you can only use 1. You can only use 1. Yeah. You can only use 1. So this has got a rubber stopper on it, and then it's got a threaded piece down here. So I'm assuming that the way you set this up, and again, I'm assuming because I haven't looked at the directions like I normally don't, let's look at them right now. Okay, so product warning, do not force the sensor into the ground, do not bend the sensor, read the instructions. Dig a hole to your desired depth. Okay, so do not force the sensor in the ground. So you're going to want to do this early on when you're doing your plants. You want to get it in there before you start compacting the soil, before you have a bunch of roots in there, because it says dig a hole. Well, if you're like me and you're going to put it in right at the start of your grow, guess what? You don't have to dig a hole. You can fill the soil around it, and away you go. That's probably more ideal because it says don't force it. So you don't want to break this. You don't want to hurt this. You don't want to force it through a plant that's already full of roots. This is probably pretty thin. What you probably could do is you probably could get a knife that's a little wider than this, kind of get it into your soil, move it around, kind of twist it, give it a little bit extra space, because this whole unit's got to go in, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to get this in here. We're going to put this through. You put it through the threaded end, force it up. Not force it up. You're going to push it up. Force it. I said force because it said that. Don't force it into the thing. Okay, once it comes out the end, which I seen it poking out, right? Boom, perfect. And let's see how much we have. We have there's 6 feet. So let's go. That's more than 12 feet of cable here, UIS cable. And then it's got threads here, right on this unit, and it's got threads in this portion of this. I'm assuming it's aluminum, so it doesn't rust. It's kind of, I don't know, maybe it's plastic. Yeah, it's plastic. Aluminum rust? I don't know. Okay, then you got the cap, which it's got a little cutout for the cable, so then you can put it in there. But it says, hey, you want to feed water? You can use this to feed water down here. So I'm assuming it still comes out around here. And yeah, so that's it. Well, no, there's this rubber protective thing, so I'm assuming then it comes out here. Okay. Let's put that back on because I'm not really putting it in there. But there you go, more than 12 feet. Okay, so it says do not bend the sensor. Yeah, you wouldn't want to do that. Oh man, this is quite thin up there, eh? Read all instructions before installing and using this product. Check, going through it. This product is intended to use with potting soil and potting mixes. Do not operate this product while the cord is damaged or if it malfunctions or it's been dropped. Don't drop unit. Okay? So, remove the sensor cap and gently paste the sensor into your, do not force it. This is like the second time they've said that on this, so guess what, guys? Don't force it or you're going to be looking for problems. Using the stem, you may attach the stem to the sensor to bury it deeper within the soil using the measurement along the side to determine the soil depth. Measurements on the side. Okay? That's it. So, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Be careful. First of all, right now, only one sensor port, but this 4-port current jammy doesn't work. Maybe it's going to be a software update. Maybe it's going to be a new thing. They didn't say exactly how they were going to solve this issue, but there is the CO2 sensor. There's a regular, temperature and relative humidity sensor that uses those plugs, and I'm assuming that new hydroponic ECPH, sensor, which comes out, I think it's Q2 maybe this year, so it's coming out too. It also uses that, so they're going to need to have a bit more versatility with just 2 plugs. So maybe they'll have one that's like this, that's wired properly, their proprietary stuff that goes, and then it's that. I don't know. More information to come. Like I said, check the description. If it says at the time of it, sorry, you can only use 1 per unit, if that's what the description says, it doesn't exist yet. Always check out their site. Always head over there, just in case maybe it came out. You're watching this video right now, and you look at the description, and it said, there's nothing you can use, and it came out yesterday. Well, guess what? I didn't have a chance to update the description yet. So head on over to their website. There's many links in my description. Head on over there, check it out. But as of right now, this is the reality of this. You can't even use 2. I said, maybe you can use 2 if you didn't know. You can't. It says right here, 1 per controller. That's it, guys. 1 per controller only, and that is outlined in their quick start guides. Connect to your controller. Let's get it in here, right? That's what it says in the blue writing at the bottom. It's not even small print. It is the full-size print, 1 per. If you didn't know that and you've bought it and you're waiting for it, well, again, that's what I did. I didn't know about this. Controller. As of right now. Check the description for more information. Check my channel. I probably have another video because I'm going to need more than one of these, right? I want to put these in my mother tent. I want it as a backup to know my soil, like I have an automated watering system in my mother tent, and I had a plant go bad. What are you going to do? I didn't know. I'd like to put some of these soil ones. I would like to put more than one, you know what I mean? Because they're cheap, they're $20 and they plug into this, right? $22 or whatever it is. And not needing this extra piece. If you just have this, man, you can put this in a solo cup. You can put it in a bud cup. You can put it in a 1 gallon. You can put it in whatever. You don't need to have this thing sticking up, right? This is extra. You can use just this piece. So I guess that's about it, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, that's it. If you like this video, you want to buy one of these, 2 of them, 5 of them, 10 of them, 100 of them, whatever you want to buy, once they have the updated piece, obviously, or you have 100 different controllers. Use my coupon code. It's linked in the first pinned comment in the description. It's there. 420 Things Grow on their website. But just know that as of right now, 1 per, guys. So that's it. All right? Like, subscribe, and do all that jazz. Yeah.